ahead here on the hundreds, we're actually going to look deeper into the pelvis stability. We're going to emphasize where's the pelvis needs to be, how we're going to feel in the back, what we want to create basically in the spine, special in the lumbar spine. So let's start here. We're going to pick up the arms again. Okay, nice. And like we notice, we already have a good shoulder stability, the shoulders down, the chest open, and then we really put the thought, put your mind right on your pelvis. What's going on with your pelvis? So finding here, and let's start to do the pumps with the arms. You're going to take a deep inhale from your nose and then a deep exhale from the mouth. We want to emphasize that we are maintaining the hip in the same spot, which means we are, I'm going to say, not tuck and kind of show how we are tucking, like we are pressing down, and then we press with the lower back too much, and we're not over arch, so we are not arching and losing literally the connection from your center. We want to find right here in the center, which is going to be the sacrum, is going to be heavy, the big flower bone. We're going to press it down. We're going to have those hip bones facing face up. And that's what we want to look for every time we are laying down on our back. This is our first exercise, the 100th. This is where we introduce really that good pelvis stability. So when we add in the movement with the arms, okay, the pelvis still maintain the same. There's no rocking, there's no shifting, there's no cha-cha, and there's good connection from the core to maintain a good pelvis stability. Rest your arms for a second, and then in the hundreds, we can progress even already in the intro. Okay, again, of course, listen to your body. If it doesn't hurt your back, you can go ahead and actually pick up your right leg up and then the left as well. Let's keep your knees bent, okay? So now let's add the pump. So again, we're going back to the hundreds while we are pumping, and we're keeping that good breath. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. So we notice now the legs are higher, they're up, okay? But we're still gonna emphasize on the good pelvis stability, which means there's no rocking, there's no shifting at the pelvis, and we can feel that nice relationship from the legs right down to your core, okay? So we want to find, I'm gonna say, squeeze in inner thighs, squeeze your legs. That's what's gonna support us to stay related to your core. That's your psoas, that deep low belly that's supporting the good pelvis stability, okay? Gently, we're going to lower your right leg down to the mat, either one, and then the left as well, and then rest the arms, okay? Okay, so let's, we'll come up for roll-up again, the same exercise. We are going to do the ball between the knees this time. Bring the feet a little bit closer to the sits bone, sit up nice and tall. Keep your elbows nice and wide. Now we're going to start to go back again. We're going to curve back. We're going to roll down to articulate through. And then exhale, we're going to roll forward to articulate forward. So this time, we are going to emphasize a little bit more on the pelvis, okay? Where's the pelvis? Now we get in, I'm going to say, you can see more curved spine and curl the tailbone. When we are doing it, we want to be very aware that we're not shortness on the spine with, again, good support from the inner thighs to your core, so we're not shortness on the spine, we're not feeling like we're hanging down on the lower back, and kind of let's show the wrong way if we are getting more curving and roll, yeah, and they're just hanging down on the spine. Okay, so in other words, we want to find, and then come up for a second, and then even stretch your legs and rest. We want to get, for the good pelvis stability, more support from the legs. So we are, even here, let's keep your legs straight this time. We're going to flex your feet, and we're going to find the heels slightly pressing down. That gives us a nice relationship right up, yes, to your inner thighs, but also to your back of your legs, to your hamstrings. So that's going to support the hip, so we can let it go of the outside hip, which is again our performance, and it's going to help us to open all through the lower back and then help us to actually open the fascia so we can open and create more space at the spine. So come back to the position for a second, bend your knees, hold into your legs, and then you can feel how much Jen she's really emphasized of standing with her feet to support that nice relationship to the center. Now when you go back, inhale, you're gonna feel that support from the inner thighs, from the hamstring, to fit it right back into your core. Even if you need to go smaller to maintain that good support, so we not feel any down and any hanging down on the vertebra, and that should be enough. And rest, exhale. Single leg circle. We're going to emphasize and talk about the hip stability here. So let's extend the leg up. Arms pressing down, arms kind of close to your body. On the hip stability, and let's off the knee a little bit, we're going to talk a little bit. When we talk about the hip stability here, that's the main goal for that exercise. How we can maintain the hip stability with no rocking, with no cha-cha, right? With no arching at the back, with no curving, actually no like tucking, what we called. And then we'll maintain a good center pelvis. So we're looking again like the imprint of the sacrum, nice and heavy. Even when we are doing it, we're feeling the lengthening at the back, okay? Now, you notice now one leg is up, which is a little bit more challenging than before the roll up, because that superficial muscles love to kick in, okay? We can feel like even now, like they kind of like got tired because we hold the position sometimes too long, and then what happened, we shorten the muscles get in fatigue, and they like to get involved, and I'm gonna give you like a nice massage here for a second. And it's a great actually thing that I want to say, a good trick to get out of your quads and out of your hip flexor before that exercise. If you feel like getting tired there, you can really massage it, pull it in. I even say this a lot in classes, like place your hand where you're feeling tight, start to really rub it, massage it, open those tissue. Why? So we can really actually heal that area, okay? That's the only way we can create a healthy hip joint, and then we can maintain the good hip stability. So we are listening to the body, and we're gonna keep your knees bent. Let's pick up the foot, but let's keep the knee really bent, like even, yeah. We're gonna do like tiny circles. So we're always gonna start to cross. We're gonna cross, inhale, and then exhale, we're gonna come up here, okay? So we can feel here, what Jen is really doing, and where she's working hard to keep the creasy hip. So what's happened, it's a lot of inner thighs, okay? It's a lot of hamstring, the back of the legs, to relate right up into the core. What's doing the circle reverse? It is the abdominals to really massage the hip and allow all of that tissue opener to allow all of that healing in the fascia, yes, so we can elevate the spine and bend the knees and rest, okay? So hip stability is the main goal for that single leg circle, okay? Why we're so emphasized on that, again, is to create a healthy hip joint, to create and encourage the spine, yes, to get healthier, and then we literally can get more mobility at the spine, okay? So great modification for that. Like we notice, we have the foot can be up. Let's pick up the leg. The knee can be bent. If you're feeling too tight in your quads, if you're feeling too tight in your hip flexor, just bend the knee, okay? Yes, the goal is going to be to straighten your leg, but listen to your body. Be gentle with yourself. So we're going to do rolling like a ball exercise with the emphasis of looking on the hip stability here, okay? So we're going to come to position when we are bend the knees. Let's hold into your back of your legs this time, okay? You are on your tailbone, you're in a flexion spine. Then we're going to start to roll back. You're going to roll back to curl the tailbone. Exhale, come back to home. Let's do a few times just like that. And the pelvic stability here we're looking for is basically a continuation of your spine. We are in a deep flexion, small as we can. We want to make sure, pause here for a second. Whoop, very good. That we're not hanging down on the back. So we're not like, I want to say like lunge down. And we are not arching the back, right? That we are in a deep flexion and then we are on the tailbone. So even when we're going back, I mean, easy said than done, we wanted to get that nice articulation, and the pelvis is a reaction to the spine, with not overarching and with not over tucking, and that should be enough. So in other words, when we are doing the rolling like a ball, the goal, yes, we articulate while we open the vertebra and creating more space, even that we're bending and not feeling like we actually compress on the spine. And we're gonna sit on top of that, and this is going to be very helpful for any, I'm going to say, tight quads, tight back, okay? In case like we cannot even sit upright, we can go ahead and slide something underneath. This is kind of thin. You even can go way up there, only to the place really that you're able to sit up nice and tall. The goal, you can see that we're starting when the spine is straight, and then the goal for the exercise is articulation spine. Okay, so again, listen to your body, be gentle with yourself. And then let's look in here. We are going to flex the feet back here. Okay, let's keep your hands down for a second. On the hip stability, we can feel here when we are starting, we are what's called neutral spine, which means we want to make sure we are not arched. Okay, so we're not like finding that, I want to say, not connection to the core. We want to make sure we're not sitting back and we're not tucked and we're not hanging on the back, and we sit up nice and tall while we are keeping, again, the creasy hip. Okay, if you're getting too tight through here, another option, good modification, we always can bend the knees slightly to loosen up the quads, and then we can maintain a good hip stability. Okay, let's go ahead and extend the arms up. We're gonna do like 45 degrees with the arms, right? And then we're gonna start inhale, exhale, we're gonna dive forward, we articulate through. Look at the pelvis, make sure even here there's no hanging. And when we come up, if we had a wall here, we're sticking, like we're really stacking the spine vertebra by vertebra. Start to curve the spine. So we wanna be emphasized how we are opening the spine while we maintain the good hip stability with no tightness through here. So we are using, yes, the core and allowing all of that tissue opener to open and work on mobility spine. Lower the arms. Yes.